it all gets tied up in the courts. How is that a win for him?
I don't think the president is going it alone. I think most people across the country know that we need border security. The biggest responsibility the president has is to protect the people of this country. We know that walls work. So I think he's got the support of Americans all over this country, and certainly I would hardly say that's going it alone.
Sarah, just to put a fine point on it, multiple news outlets have now confirmed that the president is anticipated to sign the legislation. Can you acknowledge here and confirm that he will sign it?
Again, we want to see what the final piece of legislation looks like. It's hard to say definitively whether or not the president's going to sign it until we know everything that's in it. Unlike Nancy Pelosi, we actually like to read legislation before we agree to it. The president isn't fully happy, as he said yesterday, with everything that's in the legislation, but there are some positive pieces of it. But one way or the other, and one thing you can be sure of, is at the end of the day, the president is going to build the wall. He said he was going to get it done, and he will.
So based on what he reviewed overnight at this hour, is he expected to sign?
Again, Kristen, we want to see the final piece of legislation, and we'll make a determination at that point.
Sarah, how does the president respond to criticism that this is the kind of deal he could have had before the shutdown, that the shutdown might not have been necessary because this is the kind of agreement?
I think those are people that are being disingenuous, and Nancy Pelosi said directly that she wasn't going to give a single dollar for the wall, so that's just not true. This includes roughly $1.4 billion for the wall, and a lot of the restrictions that were originally there have been taken off in this package. So that's just people that are trying to spin to hit the president. It's just being very disingenuous about the process and where we are in it.
Sarah, can you tell the American people, is the president willing to allow another government shutdown?
Look, as he said yesterday, that's not what he wants. If that's what the Democrats choose to do, then that's going to be on them. The first one he took responsibility for, but if it happens again, that will be because the Democrats completely failed to do their job, work with the president, and secure our border, and that's simply unacceptable.
Sarah, the president said yesterday that he's proud of what was accomplished by the first shutdown. What was accomplished?
I think that the American people now have a better understanding of the true crisis, the national security and humanitarian crisis at the border, and people have a better picture of why this is so important. It's not political rhetoric. It's a matter of national security. It's a matter of protecting people in this country. And again, that's the president's most important duty he has. Justin?
Sarah, you and the president both said that he plans to get wall money, and it seemed to apply outside of this deal. Have you settled on a final course of action? Will it be an emergency declaration, an executive action, taking money from the Army Corps of Engineers, some combination of this?
Again, the president's got a number of options. He's going to keep all those on the table. We'll make a determination of what is necessary based on what the final piece of legislation looks like.
Sarah,
Thanks, guys.
Sarah, the vice president